Some tweets of the week. Let's go with Joey first. Now, Joey says, solid team win, working well as a team and enjoying each other's performances. A lot to like. Now, that is the thing of this year, isn't it, Joey? That the Cats are just playing as a team. We haven't got someone at the top of the possessions count on the rankings or anything. We've got a couple of guys kicking goals, but even that's still, one of them was a bit more hungry. They'd probably win in the Coleman by 10. Hawkins is not only third in the Coleman, but he's up there in the goal assists as well, or the score assists. It's just one of those years where you're just loving everything the club's doing all around. Like there's no duds in this team, and there's a lot of champions, but they're sort of just below that sort of top tier. But that's the way we roll. Like we'd rather have that than one or two absolute stars. So go with that every week. All right, well, there's definitely a lot to like about this team. Thanks, Joey. Carla says, minor premiership sealed. Stay focused for next week. The finals are our oyster. We got it. We got this. Yeah, we definitely have got this, Carla. I think I've got the qualifying locked up as well. I don't care who we're playing. We probably my money's on playing Freo. I think that's probably the most likely one, depending on how other results go. There's just a few combinations of different wins. It can give you a headache thinking about it too much, but hopefully by after Friday night, the Brisbane-Melbourne game, we'll probably know a little bit more. Some of the other scenarios will probably be ruled out. So we'll hopefully know a little bit more about who we're playing after that. That'll be good. All right, minor premiership sealed. Yes, thank you for that. Now, only here for the gifts. Clinical and appeared to not get a third gear. Yeah, we didn't really, did we? We just did enough. Third gear's still pretty good. Still going at about 150 miles an hour in third gear. It's nice when we get into that fourth gear, though, isn't it? Oof, down the straight, beautiful. We had rolling, but didn't really need to do much, did we? Just did what we needed to do, and that's all you really need. Andrew Daly says, good win. Need to make sure the belief stays through the next 5 weeks, hopefully. That's going to be the test, isn't it? And look, it's not going to be smooth sailing for the next 5 weeks. We're going to hit a hiccup here or there, and hopefully it's not a major hiccup which costs us a win, a really crucial win. We're not going to lose next week. I'll bet the house on that. But if we lose in the finals, goodness me, I hope it's just the first week. I don't want to lose another qualifying final again. We seem to lose them all the time, but this year should be different. But if we lose, well, let's just not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's keep pushing, and because this is good. This is a good enough team, and things can happen in finals. It's just the way it is. But got to keep the confidence up. Got to keep believing, and it's mostly the players, but it comes with the fans as well. So hopefully, let's try and stay as positive as we can. Trevor Young says, professional win from a professional side. Grind improving week by week. Jez are active. Danger tough in the clinches. Stengel mercurial. Blitz enormous. Joel covered a lot of the ground. Holmes growing in confidence, and Parfitt did some nice things. There's a lot there, Trevor, but I just managed to squeeze it in. I think I cut you off a little bit at the end there, but some really good comments there. Very professional side, aren't we? We just do what we need to do. I think that was one of the comments from Selwyn even made before the game. Just play professional, play like professionals or something like that. He just said danger tough in the clinches, almost too tough. Settle down, Danger. Settle down. We don't need you to get hurt. Please don't get hurt, Danger. We need you. And Parfitt was great, and I just love seeing Holmes. You come to expect Sam de Conning. I know you didn't mention Sam, but you kind of expect a performance from him every week now. So he's starting to fade in the headlines a little bit, but it's good to see Holmes has kind of taken that spot a little bit. Bloody Holmes didn't get in the under 22, under 22. What's all that about? Come on, what are you doing? All right. T says solid effort from quite a few contributors. Our goal kicking spread and run through the middle is really formidable, isn't it? It's we've got a couple of spearheads that are doing a great job, but we've also got Tyson Stengel with 42 goals as well. A good chance to have 50 goals by the end of the year. Imagine 3 blokes kicking 50 goals for a club. Insane. I think who's under that? Closey's not far behind there as well. Closey's the number 1. He will be winning all the awards in a few years' time, Brad. Love you, Brad. Thank you for that, T. And Josh Shields says, another clean sheet by Sam de Conning. We just talked about Sam. Rising Star should be closer than reported. Yeah, it's not, is it? I don't know what's going on with the odds for Rising Star. I know they're just odds and who cares, but it's all about that Collingwood bloke at the moment. I'm not even going to say his name. He's good. Sam de Conning, he should be equal favourite for the Rising Star. Like, he's playing a key position role. midfielders are a dime a dozen. He's literally just played 20 games of AFL, and this is what he's doing. It's insane at the level that he's performing at, and he's did it again. When was the last time he had a bad game? Oh, he's been so consistent the whole year round. It's crazy. Thanks, Josh. Justine says, think we can now put to bed to talk about Myers being dropped for the finals. Brian Myers, he's going to kick 10 goals in the grand final. No, he did that in the TAC Cup. He won't kick 10 goals in the AFL. He will be in this team for the rest of the year now. I don't care what you say. He's not going anywhere. He's figured out his role as that high forward, and it's working, and it's no coincidence that everything's starting to click for us. So we aren't changing that. I don't care. I like me some Menengola. Yeah, he frustrates me a little bit, but if anyone's going to go, I think it's not going to be Grind anymore. You're not forcing Grind. He just gets better. The first quarter, he's like, oh yeah, he's struggling to get into the game. And the second quarter, every single quarter, he gets better and better. So by the time the fourth quarter rolls around, he's absolutely in charge of the game. And nice to see him get a couple of goals on the weekend too. It always helps with his confidence. He's a bit of a confidence player, Grind. And hopefully, as he gets a bit older and more mature, he won't be as much of a confidence player. He'll just be that consistent type of player, which we really want from him, to be honest. Thanks, Justine. Now, Crocker says, not bad for a retirement home team, but tongue-in-cheek there. Past their prime, too slow, going to fall off a cliff. Where are all these people now after wrapping up the minor premiership? 5 weeks to go. Gotta love a retirement home team. Oh, Pumpkin, you're very excited, Pumpkin, over there. Settle down. I know you got your tips right, but settle down. Retirement home, yeah, it's great to be living in Geelong. They do look after you in your old age in Geelong. We've got good facilities, and if you're thinking about retirement, want to have a tree change or a sea change, come to Geelong. Got lovely town, lovely people, and pretty cold winters, but that's okay. We'll look after you down here. We'll keep you nice and we'll keep you happy, and we'll give you some premierships. How about that? So if anyone wants to come and play for Geelong in the 2022 off season, by all means. The club's phone lines are open, so please get in touch with your manager. Grundy, we'd love you. Come and talk to us, Brody. We'll have you. All right, one more tweet. Sorry, thanks, Crocker. David Michi. David says, between Close, Holmes, and Rowan, opposition players must be getting nervous carrying the ball out of defence. Goodness me, wouldn't you? And that's probably what's causing a lot of the turnovers too. It's just that hurry. They've got to be hurried to get rid of it, because Close and Rowan are just coming for you. And Atkins, you get it in the middle. You turn it over in the middle, and Atkins is there straight away on your hammer. There's so much pressure in this side. We're ticking every single box. Tell me. Oh, I can't even think of an area of weakness for this club at the moment. That's why we are clear premiership favourites, and I am very supremely confident. No doubt in me at all that we are going to make the grand final. From there, look, it's a coin flip. I think, like every grand final, on the day, you see what happens, but I'd take a coin flip every day of the week if it meant a chance at a premiership. So they're hard to get, these things, but I'm very, very confident that we'll be there in September, on the 24th of September, I think it is, 26th, one of those two. I'm very confident we'll be there. As I said, probably a coin flip on the day. It'll come up against a Melbourne or a Sydney. I'd back ourselves, but it's always a bit tough, isn't it? So, all right. So next week we've got the big danger game. Not a danger game in terms of we're going to lose it, but Dangerfield plays his 300th. So we're all excited about that at Kardinia Park. Saturday twilight, 4:35. Not a bad time really for. Actually, is it? Yeah, probably. I mean, kids' sports done. You might have some senior footy still going on, but you can at least get there for the second half or something like that. Who knows what the best time? It's not going to suit everyone, is it? But I reckon twilight on a Saturday is not bad for Geelong. Happily, it's a bit of a celebration game for us. Now, Eagles, you are rubbish. I'm sorry to say it if there's any Eagles fans watching this, but you are absolutely rubbish when you come to Kardinia Park. You've lost 8 in a row. Your best result was all the way back in 2007 when you lost by 39 points, which was a drubbing as well. You've had one win in 22 years at Kardinia Park. What are you doing? And I reckon even go further than back that, and you're still rubbish. So clearly you just have no interest in coming to Geelong. And so just don't turn up, and we'll have a 2-week break. How about that? Last time we played you, though, you were pretty handy on your own deck. We still beat you by 18 points. Cam Guthrie had a pretty good game with 25 touches and 13 monstrous tackles. And Hawkins and Stengel, Hengel, I don't know, Storkins, whatever. They kicked 3 goals each, so they were pretty good. Now, Stanley's going to miss, clearly. I think they're not going to risk him with a small little strain there, whatever he's got. I think in terms of managing players, we might look at Jed and Cam Guthrie, maybe. Could be wrong on that one. Maybe we won't rest anyone. Maybe we'll just pick our best 22. I actually wouldn't mind if Tom Hawkins got rested. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they will. I think they'll just play everyone. I wouldn't be surprised if the best 22 rolled out, but I would prefer that we still gave some players a break, but especially those that maybe haven't missed a game this year, like Hawkins. I don't think he's missed one, so wouldn't be a bad thing to give him a break and just feed Jezza. Feed the boy. He's got a chance for the Coleman. He's only 3 off the Coleman. If he kicks 6 goals, it's on. It's completely on. And we'll see what happens with Curnow. But I think Jezza probably needs to have an absolute day out and kick 8 maybe to really give it a shake. But we'll see. If he can tie in the Coleman, that'll be great. I'll take that. But main thing is we do well in September, hey? So, but it's a bonus. Look, Smith and Duncan should be returning this week. Don't see any reason why they wouldn't come back unless they get COVID or something like that. You never know. I would expect that if we do rest Tom Hawkins, I reckon Henry might go forward just for that swing man, just to give him a bit more exposure in the forward line. As I said, I don't think that'll happen, but if Hawkins does have a spell, then yeah, look, let's maybe give Henry a run up forward for the week. That'll be nice. I reckon O'Connor will probably come back in. He played as the sub, but he'll probably come back into the first 22. And I'll tell you what I'd love to see. Just the last game of the year, why not? Stanley's not going to be there. Segler, they'll probably go with Segler. But I'd love to see Conway make a debut, and I'm sure a lot of us would. Let's get Conway a game. I think Segler's ready to go. He's very experienced, and whether he plays or not, I think he'll be right if we need him. But I think Stanley's going to be fine through September, so well, hopefully he will be anyway. So I'd rather get a game into Conway, give him a little taste of it this year, and yeah, we'll see what happens there. But no, look, we're doing final thoughts on the game before I wrap it up. That's 6 straight against Gold Coast. Yeah, too good. You never wish they make the finals one year, but they're not going to make it. We'll keep our fingers crossed on Reece Stanley. Hopefully he pulls up reasonably well. The last time we won the minor premiership, well, we've locked it down this year, but the last time was 2019, which I'd actually forgotten about, that we won it only a few years ago. Didn't have a great final series and bombed out in the prelim to Richmond. Oh, that was a painful one. We looked like we had that. I was convinced that we had that game, and then the second half happened. All Australians. How many? I'm picking 6 All Australians. I'm getting greedy. I'm going with Hawkins, Jezza, Stewart, Sam DeConning. Yeah, that's maybe a rough one. Stengel, come on, give it to Stengel. Blitzarves, you're crazy if you don't give one to Blitzarves. And Cam Guthrie, yeah, mate, maybe in the same boat as Sam DeConning. He's had a consistent year. He's had a great year. He's probably his best year for the club, even though a couple of years ago he was pretty good too. But yeah, and look, Pumpkin never loses, people. Since we've had Pumpkin, we've never lost. And Pumpkin is just taking it up another notch now. And he's like, not only are we never going to lose since I've been in the House of Hoops, but I'm also going to pick exactly the margin as well. So what can you say? Enough said about Pumpkin, but stay tuned for his prediction on Twitter this week. Cats fans, that's it. That's the show. That's me done for another week. I hope you enjoyed another Cats victory, and I hope you'll get to the game if you can on the weekend. I won't be there. I will be sunning it up in Bali, somewhere in a bar watching the game. Hopefully I can find somewhere. And I'm going to enjoy that, I'll tell you what. But no, I won't, unfortunately, won't be able to get to the game. I'll be back in time for finals, though. That'll be lots of fun. I'll be cheering them on loud from a few thousand Ks away. But hopefully, if you can, get to the game, loud and proud. Just don't forget, Stanger's 300th, so it's really important to get behind him and to, like we do with all our players and with the big milestone games, get behind him, make it loud. Yeah, it looks like it's a walk in the park, but let's have a bit of fun, enjoy the day. Hopefully the weather's nice for you, and the Cats have a nice win, and no injuries, more importantly, out of the game. Anyway, that's me out. See you, everyone. Go Cats.